present you some results that we obtained in a research activity that we carried out at the University of Salento in collaboration with an industrial company that is GD. What are the motivation of the work? The increase of service life of components in the industrial field is an important challenge. And in case of aeronautical components where periodic control are usual, you can find sometime damage. So it will be possible in theory to repair it and to increase the fatigue life of the components. Obviously, we need that the same safety level must be guaranteed to the component. A large number of techniques to make a repair can be found in literature and in practice. For example, TIG welding, microplasma, electrospark deposition, laser cladding. And in all these cases, it is important to determine the reduction of the repaired material performance. In this work, we considered as a repair technique the TIG welded welding, and we considered the case of a nickel-based superalloy that is the Vaspalloy, which is very diffuse in the aeronautical field. To do this, we perform a static low-cycle fatigue and creep test on the base material and on the TIG welded material. To do test, we consider a laminate plate because this condition is more similar to that of a material used for high axial symmetrical thin shell components, like casing of turbo engine. Generally speaking, the thermomechanical damage is the most limiting factor of the nickel-based superalloys components, and this damage is associated to nonlinear behavior of material under the usual service loads. And a lot of models exist in literature to describe this condition, this damage mechanism, and these are some examples. But all these models have a limitation, are developed and experimental verified only for high strain level in case of fatigue and for high stress temperature condition in case of creep. So if we try to extend the consideration, the prediction of this model, we obtain unrealistic prediction, or in all cases it is very difficult. So there is a lack of knowledge about the condition, the real condition in which an industrial component is used, where nonlinear behavior is moderate. The material that we considered for this research was Vaspalloy. We considered a 3.1 millimeter thick plate. The microstructure is a face-centered cube matrix with dominant precipitate gamma first. And generally, this material is used after a three-step treatment. That is a solution treatment, a stabilization rate, and an edge hardening rate. Temperature, time, and cooling conditions are varied to obtain better performance in creep strength or fatigue strength. We use this plate to obtain several welded plates, and the material was initially edge treated is subjected to a solution and treated. After this, a TAG welding process is carried out, and after welding, we carried out resolution and stabilization heat treatment, the removal of the welding cord, and the final aging heat treatment. In some cases, it would be necessary to carry out a mechanical straightening of the specimen to eliminate the distortion of this specimen. These are some details about the geometry of the specimen. This is the case of a static test that are the standard STM specimen. Weld cord is transversal to the load axis and is located in the mid-size of the specimen for all the kind of specimen. This is the LCF specimen. In this case, we used the recommendation of ISTM rule, but we had the need to increase the fillet radius because we observed several failures at the fillet. And finally, this is the creep test specimen for flat condition, which is not standardized. Here you can see several details about the static test. We perform a static test at room temperature with a speed of 0.1 millimeter per minute, and we considered free working temperature from 503 degrees to 760 degrees. Speed of test in this case was 0.5 millimeter per minute. Only in case of the lower temperature, we use a sub-size specimen in order to limit the maximum load that we obtain during the test. Heating was obtained by a free zone split furnace, and the temperature was controlled by kappa thermocouples located on the specimen surface. These are the results of the static test for base material and TIG welded material. The presence of the welding cord reduced dramatically the elongation of failure to failure. Other properties are practically similar. In fact, if we compare yielding stress, tensile strength, and Young modulus, the presence of welding cord is practically negligible, while elongation to failure is dramatically reduced, especially at the highest temperature. Then we carried out a low cycle fatigue test in strain control. We use a triangular waveform and a frequency of 0.5 Hz. The strain ratio that we considered was 0, which is not so usual. And the applied strain range was very low because the maximum strain range was 0.9%. We considered a conventional failure when the maximum stress reached a decay of 10% of the load. And finally, we consider a maximum number of cycles of 10 to 5 cycles. After this, the test is continued in load control. At the moment, I will present you only these two temperatures that are room temperature and 538 degrees. During the test, we recorded stress and strain data, load and deformation exactly. We collected about 100 data per cycle, so we are able to calculate for all cycles, the stress range, we measure the stress range, the stress ratio, the hysteresis area, and the tangent modulus. And these are an example of what we obtain. Practically, the hysteresis cycle is absent because we have a limited, a very low strain amplitude. In the first cycles, there is some plasticization. In fact, the stress ratio is negative. Calculation of hysteresis area was affected by a large error. Only in few cases it is possible to consider the behavior, the trend of hysteresis area against the fatigue life, and this trend was almost constant, both for base material and TAG welded material. Another trend that we can consider is the change of the tangent modulus. This is a typical trend, and we can measure a reduction of tangent modulus only when a crack is propagated. So it is not useful during crack initiation phase. And finally, these are the peak stress that we obtain for a base material or for a welded material. We can observe that the propagation phase is more large in case of base material, while it is practically absent in the welded material condition. These are the aspects of the fracture surface. In some limited case, we found some inclusion in welded material, like in this case, but this happens only for few specimens. And these are the fracture surface at the hot temperature. Finally, last result of fatigue test was the fatigue curves that we can express in terms of applied strain range, like in this case. And in this case, we observe a reduction of the fatigue strength, which is very high at the working condition. The same curves can be expressed in terms of the measured stress range, and in this case, the reduction is more limited in the hot condition, but we observe a high scatter here and here, both in room temperature and in working condition. Finally, we carried out also several creep tests. We considered two load level and a temperature of 744 degrees. Base material test was interrupted before to arrive to the failure, and we observed a tertiary creep only for the highest load level. If the curves of TAG welded specimen are practically coherent with the base material, and effectively, if we compare the time to reach a fixed creep deformation for base material and TAG material, this is practically coherent. The exception is the failure. In the case of failure, we observe a strong reduction of time to failure in both load levels. In conclusion, we carried out several mechanical tests about on the wasp-alloy alloy based in TIG welded material, and we determined the reduction of static low cycle fatigue and grip strength. The low level of the applet strain was critical in order to apply several models to describe the damage model of the material. Thank you very much.
Thank you.